I wish I could come on here and tell you that I was disappointed to see women comparing Coco Gauff to Ruby Bridges, but I wasn't disappointed. Maybe a little, but not surprised, because isn't this the same group of women that started a petition in order to bully Beyonce to comb a child's hair? Isn't this the same group of women that mock the GOAT, okay, the Simone Biles hair every time that she goes to the Olympics? This is an Olympian, mind you, something that most of them will never be, something that nobody in their family will ever be, okay, something that people have to train an entire lifetime for. Like, some people train an entire lifetime in order to even get the chance to go to the Olympics once. And then we have the Simone Biles, okay, who made it there over and over and over and over again, won over and over and over again. I think she has something like 20 something medals, and still what most or a lot of black women are worried about is her hair. You know, her having one hair out of place, and then there's the whole entire discourse all the time. As a matter of fact, this is true for all famous black women, I would say, okay? Like, as a black woman in the limelight, when you show up outside, your hair has to be impeccable, okay? You are not allowed to have one single hair that is out of place. It's almost as if black women were not human in a way. Like, Caucasian women can have bad hair day, okay? Like, they can just put their hair in a bun. Like, what is the equivalent of the messy bun for black women? Quickly, somebody tell me. Exactly, there is no response, because there is no such thing as the equivalent of the messy bun for black women. Like, if you put your hair in a bun, it has to be super slick, super tight. And listen, I like my hair in a slick bun. That's okay, I personally like it that way, but I don't impose that onto other black women. See, that is my problem. My problem isn't some black women liking their hair a certain way. Like, that is a personal preference thing. I have an issue with imposing the way you like your hair onto other women, thinking that every other black woman has to like or wear her hair the exact same way you wear your hair, which is what, you know, we're experiencing here with the Coco Gauff situation. But anyways, they bullied Coco so much so that she had to come out with a response. So let's just see what she had to say in her response video.
Okay, so I deleted TikTok and Twitter for a month to come back on Twitter and see thousands of people talking about the way that I look, and not in a positive way. There's nothing really to address, but I just wanted to come on here and talk about it. So first things first, let's start with the shoot. It was not a full production shoot. It was literally me and my social person who shot that shoot in my parents' backyard. The creative concept that was sent over, which I'm so lucky to be working with Miu, so I want to say thank you to Miu for giving me the opportunity to promote the bag, because I think it's such a great bag. But the creative concept for the bag was to show how it can be used kind of in everyday scenarios, but to find like not obnoxious, but like a quirky kind of object to put in the bag to show how much the bag can carry. And obviously, because I'm a tennis player, my social content person suggested to use tennis balls, and I was like, yes, let's do that. That's great. We also shot some shoots because I like to crochet. We also shot some photos of me using the bag to carry my yarn and crocheting. So I sent the photos we took the photos. Oh, I don't know. Am I going out of order? I did my hair and makeup for dinner that day because I was going to dinner after I did the photos. So I did my hair and my makeup. That's exactly how my hair and my makeup looked for dinner. And I went to my parents' house. We shot the stuff. She sent over the photos to me. I picked the ones that I liked, and out of the photos that I liked, she then sent them over to Miu, and they picked the top ones out of the ones that I liked. And we posted. Also, for people who didn't like, quote unquote, like the outfit, first of all, it's Miu, that's their aesthetic. I love the Miu aesthetic, so if you don't like it, the girls who get it. The girls who don't. I picked the outfit out. They gave me different outfits to choose from. That's the one that I picked. And yeah, we took the photos, and like I said, the concept was everyday, like using the bag every day. So I did my everyday hair and makeup because that's what was said to do. I personally don't like to slick back my hair super sleek because it does damage my hair. I do play tennis, so most of the times when I'm wearing a bun, I choose to allow my hair to be present in this 4C self because I do have 4C hair. and I don't want it to be super slick back because it's just not good for my hair, and so that's how I do my hair. I went to dinner with my friends, like I said, later that day. My friends complimented my makeup and said I looked pretty and everything in my hair that day, so, and other people did too. So I'm not gonna apologize for the way that my hair looked, because there are other girls who have the exact same hair as me, and I just wanted them to feel represented, that your hair is literally fine the way it is. My hair was good enough for a high fashionable brand like Miu Miu to promote one of their newest launches. So if my 4C hair is good enough for that, then yours is good enough to do whatever you need it to do. So I'm not gonna apologize for that. But I made this video to just say to all the young black girls out there who have kinky hair like me, if you do what you want to do with your hair, not if you want to permanently straighten your hair, if you want to perm your hair. If you want to wear your hair afro, wear your hair afro. If you want to wear braids, wear braids. If you want to wear cornrows, wear cornrows. If you want to slick back your hair to the gods, slick it back. If you don't and you just want to put it in a bun, put it in the bun. Do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, people who hate on your appearance and hate on the way that you look have something deeply insecure about themselves. The only reason people comment on people's looks, especially people who present themselves in their most natural sense, have something deeply wrong with them, and they're insecure about themselves, so they feel the need to put someone else down to make themselves feel better. But y'all did knock a diva down, I'm not gonna lie. 2 days I was feeling rough. I mean, I have someone who struggled with my looks throughout my life, just being a young black girl in this world. But y'all did knock a diva down. I was down, y'all knocked her down a few notches, but diva got up, and I feel better than ever. And I just want any person who's watching this who does feel insecure about themselves, you are perfectly fine, honestly. Just be kinder to one another. Black women are beautiful. Black hair texture, kinky afro hair texture is beautiful. And you don't need people on the internet who don't like themselves, who are insecure about themselves, to tell you that. Because the people who are secure with themselves will also find my shoe beautiful. Be nicer, be kinder, and shout out to Miu Miu for allowing me to showcase myself in a beautiful way.
First of all, shout out to Coco for remaining so nice and classy in her response, where a lot of people were being very nasty to her on Twitter. I love how she just casually mentioned that the shot was taken on her parents' backyard. Clock it. That is really the flex that she thinks it is. I also love the fact that Miu Miu gave her so much creative control, you know, that she was the one who could decide where to take the pictures, what she wanted the picture to look like. You know, she decided her own hair and her own makeup. I think that's really, really dope. And, you know, the fact that Miu Miu just, you know, picked some of the pictures that were her faves, I found that to be really nice. Now, these are the 3 things that personally stood out to me in this controversy, because, you know, this type of discourse, like I said before, happen all the time with black women and their natural hair. But in this one, I first of all thought that it wasn't funny at all that black women were comparing her to Ruby Bridges. Like, it's not the drag y'all think it is. As a matter of fact, it's not a drag at all, okay? It is a privilege and it is a compliment to be compared to Ruby Bridges, okay? Like, it is a compliment in the sense that, you know, she was so brave for entering that school, even though, you know, she had protection with her. And it is a privilege, because it is a privilege to live in a time where we can go to school with Caucasian people without having to be escorted by the police. So that's first of all, okay? And this reminds me of, you know, the discourse that happened on TikTok a couple of months ago, where short natural hair was also being compared or called civil rights activist hair. Like, y'all need to stop that, because the only reason you're able to, you know, take your phone and, you know, yap on TikTok is because of civil rights activists, okay? They are literally the reason why you have the same rights than Caucasian people, or one of the main reasons why, and, you know, the reason why you can, you know, get followers on TikTok, yap on TikTok, do your little cutesy videos. So it's very disrespectful of y'all to, you know, be calling what you deem as undesirable, short, kinky, nappy hair and just calling it civil rights activist hair. Very, very rude, okay? Very uncouth of you. So please, let's not be doing that. Let's put some respect on civil rights activists, you know, as we should, because they are the very reason why, you know, we live the life that we can today. So can we just, you know, keep their name out of it? Like, Ruby Bridges is still alive, and I can imagine, you know, that you know, must have, if she heard about the controversy, which I doubt, I don't know, I don't think she would like it. So let's just not do that, okay? It's not very nice, first of all. Not very demure, not very mindful, okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing that stood out to me, and this is the main thing that stood out to me personally in this controversy, is how we are always complaining that Black and brown skinned women don't get the same opportunities as others, okay? We complain that monoracial Black women don't get the luxurious brand deals, you know, except for Jackie Aina and Patricia Bright, that they're not invited to brand trips. Like, for example, right now on TikTok, there is a discourse about how some Black influencers, Conchella's trip or invitation have been, you know, cancelled last minute. So we're always advocating for monoracial Black women, for dark-skinned Black women, for brown-skinned Black women to get, you know, the same opportunities as Caucasian women, to be able to work, you know, with big brands, to get the luxurious, you know, brand deals and brand trips. And then when one of us actually get this opportunity, in this case Coco Jones being able to work with Miu Miu, what do? We mock her, okay? We go on Twitter and we mock her hair, we compare her to Ruby Bridges, and they are watching, okay? I don't know if Miu Miu are the ones who asked Coco to make the response video, or if Coco just decided to make it on her own. But what's for sure is that Miu Miu's people, like their, you know, social media teams and stuff, they did see the discourse, they did see the controversy, you know, around her hair. And then next time they may not choose her, because they're gonna think, instead of, you know, our bags and our products, you know, being in the center of it, like, you know, the hair, her hair is going to be in the center of it, or another Discord is going to be in the center of it. So we rather not. And perhaps even other brands that aren't Miu Miu but are still, you know, high range, when they see this, they may not want to work with a monoracial Black woman, because they may be afraid that, you know, they are going to have to suffer with the same type of controversy. So we are not actually doing ourselves as a collective, you know, a service when we do this. We are doing ourselves a disservice, because, you know, we're always complaining, always saying that we want Black and brown skin to get, you know, better brand deals, to get paid the same as, you know, Caucasian influencers, internet personalities, celebrities, and then we do this. You know, instead of supporting her, instead of saying, oh my god, this is an amazing bag, I'm gonna buy it, even if you don't have the funds, even if you can afford to buy it. That's what I would have expected from us. I would have expected for Black and brown women to be on Twitter saying, oh, I'm on my way to purchase this bag, even if they can't afford it, you know, just in order to boost the whole thing, in order for Miu Miu to see, oh yes, this is our demographic, you know, next time we need to choose, you know, her again, or somebody else, you know, another Black woman, and for other high-end brands to see it and be like, yeah, sure, definitely, like, let's, you know, let's give them more play, like, see, this worked out really well. But instead of that, we have this, and then next time we are not going to be chosen, and then we are going to complain about it. And yeah, it's just sad all around, if you ask me. I was disappointed but not surprised. I didn't expect any less, to be honest. So yeah, that's what happened. That's it, that's all. The third thing that I wanted to touch on before closing this video is, you know, even though Coco was attacked and people were really nasty to her on Twitter, I mean, she even admitted in the video herself that, you know, it was hurtful and that she was hurt, she still, you know, wanted to uplift Black women in her response TikTok. You know, she still stated how beautiful our hair was. She really made a point to talk about how important it was for all Black women to be able to wear their hair in whichever way they want, right? Like, I really hate how, you know, she talks about how her self-esteem was really, you know, shaken for like 2 days. That's really not nice, you know, like beating another Black woman down. What do we get from this? Collectively, please, let's do better. I didn't like that, but I did like how, you know, even in the midst of that hurt, she still turned that paying into power and tried uplifting black women. She talked about how it was important for her to use her natural hair and to shoot in this way because she wanted other black women who look like her with hair just like hers to feel represented, which is really, really nice and kind of her. I also love how she insisted that, you know, she doesn't care how black women wear their hair. Like, they can wear their hair in whichever way they want. They can wear it straight, they can wear it in a really slick bun or not. Like, I feel that way as well, even though I'm often accused, you know, ever since I've been making natural hair content, I've been accused of being a natural hair Nazi, which isn't the case at all. Like, I actually do not mind whatsoever how black women wear their hair. Like, it's the lying that bothers me, okay? On this channel, we call out the lying, okay? I'm bothered by the lying, okay? When people who love their hair straight and wear their hair straight say they are straight natural, for example, that bothers me. Like, either your hair is natural or it's not, okay? Natural hair is hair that hasn't been chemically altered or altered in any way, shape or form. So if you straighten your hair all the time and it is damaged and it isn't in its, you know, natural texture anymore, then your hair isn't actually natural, which is fine. It's your prerogative. Again, I don't care how people actually wear their hair. It's the lying that bothers me. It's the gaslighting that bothers me. Hiding your hair all year round and saying you're protecting it from what? Like, you don't even have any hair. You have 2 inches of hair. We went through that, okay? So yeah, let's not do that. Like, because who's gonna beat you? Like, I don't understand why black women who don't love their natural hair, who don't want to wear it out, just lie about it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, just say it. Say, you know, I'm not comfortable with my hair now, like, I'm working on it or whatever. I don't understand what the lying is about. Like, who's gonna hate you, boo? Like, nobody is gonna hate you. Like, if you want to relax your hair, relax it with your chest. Like, if I decided to relax my hair tomorrow, which really I never will, I would come here with my chest and tell you I relaxed my hair. So what? Like, what you gonna do? Are you gonna come all the way to Germany and hit me? Baby, please. You can't even afford the plane ticket. Stop playing with me, okay? No, just joking, you guys. I miss you so much. I'm so excited. I'm back. I was in Istanbul last week. Did I vlog? No. But I had the best time with my mom, as always. But I'm back. Starting next week, I'm going to be uploading daily, except for Mondays, I would say. So from Tuesday to Sunday, but not necessarily natural hair content. Like, you know, I have some unpopular opinions that I would like to share. So I'm going to change the content a little bit. It was fun talking about natural hair, but I feel like I said everything that I had to say about the subject, and at this point it's just becoming redundant and repetitive. So I think starting next week we are going to explore other subjects, because, you know, I have a lot of other interests than natural hair, even though it is one of my loves. If you made it to the end of this very long video, I'm grateful and appreciative of you. Do not forget to give a thumbs up in the comment section down below. Let me know, what did you think of this NM discourse. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel as well, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye guys, thanks for watching. Mwah.